Hello and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus, as we enter into the beautiful second week of the winter season, and it's all its beautiful bluey-ish glory. I'm now trying to figure out where I'm going to plant more things at the moment, as of course I would very much like to acquire more of the winter season forage and plant more of the seeds to grow more of it, because of course there's not really much else that one can grow during this season, shockingly enough. But one of the other things that I'm definitely going to need to do is go back to the desert, because I need some more starfruit seeds. Now today is a nice interesting day, as it's one of the many events of Stardew Valley, and we have the Ice Festival. So that's going to be quite a nice little event. There's a bunch of fishing that's going on, which is going to be fun. And I'm just going to quickly grab what I have in these crab pots for the time being. Now, going through the animals, that's going to be no major issue here, as the animals do need to have general miscellaneous sorted. So that's a bunch of cheese, and hopefully I'll be able to get some wool soon, which would be lovely, as the more cloth I can get, the sooner I'll be able to actually get a hold of the ever-illustrious mill that I desperately so need. Mostly for a few smaller recipes that, like, I need to turn wheat into flour, rice into milled rice, and so on, and beets into sugar. But that is something that I desperately want to do, as then I'd actually be able to have all of those resources to allow me to cook more things. As definitely a selection of things that I do want to be able to cook, but presently cannot. Which kind of sucks. But oh well. Right, so I'm going to go and fling these items into the bin, whatever it's called, the sales bin, which good old Mayor Lewis comes along and takes from. So I'm going to grab the oak resin as well. That's nice and useful. I'm sure that's going to actually come in quite handy, particularly when I start manufacturing some more of the manufacturing items like the kegs and so on and so forth. And as you can see in here, we've got some potatoes coming into season, which is lovely stuff. Some kale, nothing too exciting with that one. Kale's just one of those vegetables that I've tried eating, and I've tried cooking with it on a number of occasions, but it just tastes bad. I'm sorry for those of you who actually enjoy it, but ugh, horrible. It literally has one purpose to me, and that is to feed my guinea pigs, because they absolutely bloody love the stuff. But of course, being that it's quite high in its calcium content, I have to be very careful not to give them too much. Same with spinach. It can cause urinary tract issues with them, which is something I definitely don't want. Now, the Festival of the Ice has now begun in the south of the farm, so I'm going to head on down there, as it's near Marnie's ranch. So it's not a particularly challenging distance to go, thankfully, which is an absolute godsend. So, here we go. I'd forgotten about the ice sculptures. They're actually quite pleasant. I do quite like that. Well, Elliot, I'm going to kick your backside. Have thee no fear. I do enjoy that Leah looks at the art and is like, yeah, this is awesome. And Robin apparently is, as well as being a very talented carpenter, she can also shape ice rather well. I mean, admittedly, I've seen some fantastic ice sculpting with chainsaws, so I guess I can kind of see that being a thing. I would very much love to actually see that in person, though. Unfortunately, what with it being a something that's a lot more common in the United States, and that it doesn't really snow or get that icy here in the UK, I feel like I'm missing out on that side, which kind of bites. I'd very much enjoy that. Now, I'm just going to have a quick chat with everyone here. A snow goon, I mean, it's a thing. That's why you wear gloves, Pierre, come on. Fool of a took. Oh, goodness. I mean, she did just say that she wanted to put a carrot on it. So go for it, Penny. You do that. Don't know how Haley hasn't frozen half to death. But then again, that's her choice to wear as a crop top in this sort of weather. Yes, Gus, you will be sorry. I'm most disappointed in your lack of a winter feast. Now, it does amuse me at how much Lewis doesn't like fish. So we need to catch as many of them as physically possible and just generally beat out the competition. I don't think that'll be too difficult, especially considering fishing is something that is one of my level 10 skills. It's all ready to roll, so let's see what we can get here. Boom. Let's see what we do. Everyone is ready, Lewis. Let's go. Come on. Right, and of course I have to walk to a damn pond. No one else does. Cheeky swine. However, it's nice to see that not everybody's caught anything as yet. Give me a rough track of... Oh, wow, some algae. Just what I wanted. Yay. Come on. I need to catch some fish. Otherwise, I'm not going to win. Come on, give me the chance. Here we go. Finally, a fish. The thing is, though, because you don't actually get to keep any of them, it doesn't really matter if you catch them perfect or not. It's just get them on the hook, and off we blooming go, I think, really, at this point. Which is a shame. It'd be nice if you got a bit more score for it, but I guess you do that during the autumn festival, the harvest festival with the fishing minigame in that one, so you can earn more of the star tokens, which I totally still feel very stupid about the fact that I didn't realise that you actually get that as essentially the prize for winning the Grange. I was expecting that I'd have to purchase everything in the shop by playing the games. And apparently that's not the case, which kind of sucks. But hey-ho, that's me for not paying attention or remembering. Now I'm trying to remember what other things are in the winter season, because the last time when I played my last playthrough, I don't even know if the boats were... like the weird winter market that appears by boat was actually a big thing or not. Might not have even been in the game, because I know that was added later. I guess probably to add something that you can do during the winter season, as it is the most uneventful for a lot of tasks, I think. Probably a good way of describing it. I still need to upgrade one of my my trash can, my bin. But I also do want to try and get a hold of some more iridium so I can upgrade one of the tools. I'm just trying to debate which one. It's probably either going to be the hoe or the watering can. We'll see. Now, Lewis, you're going to judge our fish, aren't you? Yes, that is a lot of fish. And ugh, they shouldn't smell, because here's a little misconception. They'll only start really reeking of fish if they're going off. So what Lewis has done is stocked the pond with fish that are, well, ill. It's the only way I can honestly see it. But, you know, we've won our little fishing prizes. Huzzah. Hooray. Woo. Done a thing. Yes, so that's pretty much Monday out of the way. There's not really much else that I can do. Maybe I'm just going to quickly run around and just double check and harvest everything, but back to the house we go. Okay, back on the farm we are. Now, what do I have? Well, I should probably clear out some of this inventory, as I don't really need the cheese or the mayonnaise or the duck's feather, any of that nonsense. I don't really need that. Don't really need that. I'm not sure if I even need one spinner. It's my own fault. I made one earlier to be able to do things and didn't actually really need it. Oh well. Oops. That's just how it rolls. But I do want to make a couple more seed makers, because I do feel that having at least one of them in the greenhouse would be very sensible, as you're not guaranteed to get that many packets of seeds out of them, but it does give me a quick use for the NAF, seeds that the NAF crops. There we go. Sorry, and anything that's not particularly useful. So any of the basic standard stuff. And I should say that NAF is a very English colloquialism for something being a bit rubbish. I have a feeling it's something that it's very much commonly said within my family. I've definitely heard other people say it, but it's interesting when you've got certain phrases that are more commonly used within your own family that you start going, oh, that's a bit of a odd colloquialism, isn't it? But that's just how it is. Now, to just reorganise this. Now, I think the sunflower seeds are going to go back into the greenhouse because that's a sensible place for them to go. And actually, really thinking about it, I can just grab this seed maker and not actually worry about doing another one. That makes life easier, doesn't it? Oh well, that's life and stuff. Let's just quickly water all of these winter forageables outside here. I've got some quartz to harvest, which is good because that'll allow me to make some more of the garden pots, which would be nice because those things are always useful. And I probably am going to fill a good chunk of the house with them as soon as I get the access to the tea and a few more coffee beans. That'll be very helpful. Now, mushrooms, that's easy enough. La 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 la. Done. Now what? Into the greenhouse, methinks. Into the greenhouse we go. I do kind of wonder if I should probably put some lights in here. Maybe have them on the corners of the wooden perimeter. That'd probably not be a terrible idea, really thinking about it. Right, let's put some potatoes in there. Oh, it's getting late already. Goodness. The trouble with the autumn, like the festivals and stuff, is they tend to finish very late. Much later than you'd kind of expect them to. I think one of the things that I do also want to do is, as soon as I get the miniature shipping container box from Mayor Lewis, I will probably put one inside the greenhouse, as the main one I don't think I can put inside of another building. But shock and horror on that one, eh? So it's just going to be a little bit of inventory management here as I manufacture a couple more of the garden pots. I want to test the my theory that I posed, that I'm pretty sure that once one plants one of the pots down, and if you fertilise it with the quality retaining soil, you don't actually have to water it again. Now, I don't know whether it might just be that I don't have the maximum level of retaining soil that one can actually get. I think there is another one above it, but I will need to check. But that's another little quick check I will do. But I also want to remove this small, tiny, pathetic table, as it is pathetic and small, and I wish to replace it with a dirty, great, big, long table, which will conveniently eat up a good chunk of the kitchen. Now, unfortunately, because I'm an idiot, and also because I'm playing on a controller, it's a lot harder to actually put and rotate things, especially when I keep pressing the wrong damn button. I'm just not even going to dignify my incapability with a response on that one. Anyway, so let's put the table away, let's put these things away, and tomorrow we need to visit Gunter, as we have that hand of the sloths. And I think then I just need the skull to unlock the sloth? Sloth? Sloth, or is it sloth? It's that scone quandary. Okay, so apparently it doesn't retain it. Maybe I was imagining things. Well, it was only some stone, didn't really care. Well, I'll put those in there for now, because I haven't really got anything else to put in it, for the time being at least. Now, what else do we want to do? I don't want the pumpkin. Stay on the table, damn it. Okay, so I've got some yams. That might be useful. And off we go. Ah, excellent. The winter forage is now available. So I'm going to grab as much of this as possible, and I'm going to turn some of them back into seeds, which I'm going to be limited by the crystal fruit more than anything, which isn't the end of the world, but still somewhat frustrating. Oh, go on then. Let's just make another one. And then just replant that straight away. Easy peasy. I wouldn't mind getting some more winter fruit, crystal fruits, as then I'll be able to make more of the winter forage. And I really need to be a bit more intensive with my cash money acquisitions at the moment, as I've got some expensive upgrades coming, and I'd really like to get them done. Thank you very much. Now, the potato seeds are there, so that's good. And I will put another potato in. Oh, 3, that's nice. Let's see. Potato seeds go in there. What next? I might keep the yams in here, because then I can actually make something with them. You know, make some more seeds at least.
Anywho, as I ponder my way through my glorious greenhouse. Anyway, so back to the daily grind. It's still Tuesday. It's only not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet, and that sounds like madness to me. The idea of getting up before midday seems awful, but I'm sure somebody out there will complain bitterly that I'm like, oh no, why would you do that? I will freely admit I'm very much of a night owl. Give me an opportunity to start and finish late of a shift pattern sort of thing, I'd be more inclined to do that than an early day. Now, one of the things I will also definitely say as well, I must apologise for some of the late episodes of late. I spent a weekend at MCM in Birmingham this weekend, and unfortunately as well, I don't know whether it was just exposure to people or all sorts, but I seem to have come down with a little bit of almost fresh as flu, which was great fun, as that caused me to be coughing and hacking and spluttering again, which has obviously made me feel super healthy. Now, one of the other things that I do want to do today is to visit the desert, because I'd like to go and purchase some additional seeds. That's an alarming concept, that Joja Cola is good at help. Why is there a coconut in the bin? Goodness, I'm getting really sidetracked today. Yeah, but why on earth is Joja Cola good for making a salve for acne? It's horrific. Okay, the rock rejuvenation, that's super easy. I'll do that one, because I can very easily do that by just grabbing the gems. I've already got them, so that's nice and easy. However, I think I might also try and give her another gemstone, as she is quite fond of stones of any description, so that's nice. Well, gemstones, not actual stone. She might get a little bit upset if you do that. Right, so let's put this hand here in the museum, I think. There we go. So we just need the skull to get the last final component part of the skeleton, methinks. But all the same. Right, now, I am going to quickly head back into near the bus. I'm going to deposit some gubbins. There's Pam going to be ready to pootle on off. I do very much enjoy the fact that you can give her alcohol before she drives the bus. It's very, safe. Is probably the easiest way of putting that. Oh, screw it. Let's put a coconut in there. Right. What else are we going to put away? Well, take the bombs out. I think if I move them here, it'll be easier to access them. That's the main ease here. And I'm not expecting to get that much iridium, or even any, to be fair, from the desert if I do go into the actual Skull Caverns itself, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, let's quickly pootle on over and see what we can get. Now, up we go. So I'm going to purchase myself a ticket. That's not too much of a problem. I think the only other issue is I haven't really crafted a lot of useful food, which might cause some issues, as actually being able to craft some good food for when I'm doing the mining might be quite prudent, as I would prefer to be able to heal myself and generally restore energy as I go, because that would be quite helpful. But at the same time, any extra coconuts and cactus fruits that I can obtain while I'm here is always useful. And I'm going to mostly be purchasing lots of starfruit seeds, because the high value and quick turnover comparatively is going to be the real big thing for me. It's going to be a constant. Let's just get as many of those, plant them, sow them, and I can't decide whether it's going to be, well, as many of them as I can turn into wine as possible, but the others I'll sell individually, because just, you know, value, it's the important thing here. Now I'm going to grab some more coconuts, so that's quite nice. Let's see what other gubbins we can acquire, because more coconuts is always good. So, into the caves we go. Now, one of the other things I wouldn't mind is more linen, more cloth even, as that'll allow me to be able to make more windmills and other miscellanea. Now, it's not going to be too bad, as long as I can knock down this mummy and then plant the bomb, because of course it'll help clear out a bit of the way. So, this will be useful. And, you know, they'll drop solar essence and other gubbins anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Well, there's the way down, so that's nice and helpful. Screw it, let's just get out of here for now. Okay, so we've got some slimes and those damn dragons that hit like an absolute truck. Be gone, you horrible swine that keeps hitting me. The trouble is, I can't... oh, goodness. Oh, a rabbit's foot. I need a couple of those, so that's really helpful, actually. I'm very pleased with that. I'm going to just chop these up and hope that I can get something else out of that box. Maybe some more food, but a rabbit's foot is really helpful. I know I need 2 of them, at least, which is nice and helpful. Oh, it's a pants dagger. That's not very good. Let's just hoe up some land here. I don't know if you can get cave carrots in here. It kind of makes sense that you can't, but again, who knows? It might be the case that you can. Now, conveniently, having found a farm totem, I can escape, which is the most important thing here, is I can get out of here quickly if needs be. And I'd rather that be the case, thank you very much. Okay, so we've got those. We'll chop that up. What else? Smash, smash. Now where? Let's quickly bop on over here. And, oh goodness, another one of those. Oh, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Whew. Okay, so escape was very easy there. Well, I say easy. Ate every last bit of food that I had on me there to get out of that one. Because if you're sneaky about it, if you're eating when like a bomb goes off, you don't actually take any damage, which I should have remembered and done there. But I'm not a clever man at the best of times. It was very much more the, well, I've also run out of food, but I'm much panic because of that horrible creature. Now, one of the things I would very much like would be to get some iridium, but it doesn't appear that I'm going to get far enough down to get any today. And I think I will need to prepare some food before I actually try doing that. Maybe something that will increase my mining, or luck, possibly, so maybe some spicy eel. We'll have to see, because being able to get down faster is good. That's what the bombs are for entirely. But I do really need... oh dear, this isn't good. To get further down quickly, so I need a lot of like the holes to appear where I can drop down. Okay, so let's plop that there and run away. Bang. Okay, so a little bit of stuff. Well, let's just mine these just because they're there. Quickly get that. A little bit of coal extra because I'm going to run out of coal if I'm not careful. Oh, a secret note. That could be useful. Oh, my inventory is full as well. That's not so helpful. Well, I don't need the sap because that's not that useful, but I'm going to read the note. Okay, things that they like. Easy peasy. Autumn bounty and fish taco. Alright. My goodness. I do not have very much health, do I? The thing is, I also want to level up my combat skills so I can actually obtain better equipment and better resistances and such. But I think we are done here, because otherwise it is going to end very badly. So I'm going to just use my farm totem. Get the hell out of here. Thank you very much. Now, this rabbit's foot I'm probably going to put in the community centre to get that one out of the way. The other one I need is actually for one of the secret nodes, because there's not quite a treasure hunt, but it's a bit of a maze sort of thing where you've got to weave your way around town. And eventually you find yourself back at Jojo Mart, where when you speak to one of the truck drivers there, they ask for a rabbit's foot and actually give you a permanent luck up. So it's which way round do I do? Do I do the luck up first? I mean, that would be quite helpful, to be fair. I don't know. I'll have a think. Either way, I need two. So having one now is very useful. And those geode crushers are going to be fantastically useful, because it means, one, I don't have to pay for smashing up those geodes, and two, I don't have to worry about the fact that it's late in the day comparatively. Ah, we've got enough for another iridium bar. Fantastic stuff. So that's going to be one more sprinkler, I think. And it's going to take a while to smelt, but, you know, I've got the ability to make it, so that's nice. Let's pop things away. Excuse me there. Now, I've got 28 starfruit seeds, and I'm going to put those in here, and we'll pretty much be almost ready to roll, which is fantastic. So I'll grab that out, and I'll put the yam in here to get a little bit more on that. Potato seeds away, yam away, and okay, so I think I need two more of the sprinklers, because that'll make life easier. Now, of course, with the Ginger Island, I know there are upgrades that you can give to the sprinklers which increase their reach by 1 in every direction. And I believe that actually with that, you'd only need the 4 sprinklers, which might be a nice, easy fix. But at the same time, because of the layout I've currently got and given, I only still have 4 spots that are occupied by sprinklers and not preventing me from planting. So unless there's a sneaky way that I can maybe lay out, but I don't think so, because there's still like I was trying to figure out if I could put them all on the wooden perimeter around the soil to not have to ever have any of the soil occupied by sprinklers. Logistically, I reckon there's a possibility of something, but I'm not sure how and what. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 5. Excellent. So that's all the rocks. That's 1,000 G, which is nice. A little bit of extra cash money never hurts. Righty. Now, so we don't have a huge amount of health left, so we're not going to go running into the mines tonight. But I am going to do a little bit more other exploration. I'm just going to go to the community centre, I think. There we go. So there's that. Some copper ore from the ground. Lovely stuff. Now, as a bit of a random aside, copper confuses me. And not in this, because, of course, you know, it's quite easy and sensible. And obviously, you use it for this. So I booted up Minecraft for the first time in a very, very long time. And I found a buttload of copper deposits. And I was getting really excited, going, "Ooh, maybe I can make some slightly worse than iron tools." No, you can't do pretty much anything with it. It's absolutely useless. So I got really disappointed by that. And I was thinking, oh, that's a crying shame. Also meant that I managed to make my base in a terrible place because I haven't found much iron. But that's my own fault for playing Minecraft again for the first time in a bajillion bloomin' years. I think I actually haven't played it for the better part of 4, maybe 5 years. So that's the trouble when you come back to an older game, well, a game you've had for a long time, and especially if it has updates, you go, what the hell happened here? And I'm now very confused. But c'est la vie. That's how it rolls. And as I'm sure anyone I know would like to remind me that Grandad doesn't know how to play video games as it is, it's the wonderful joy of being a little bit older than most of my other friendship groups, so I do occasionally get referred to as Grandad. Partly the joys of having all the power tools at home and knowing how to build things, so I get the odd phone call going, I don't suppose you could come and hang some shelves for me, could you? And then, of course, they get mocked repeatedly for being Grandad. It's great. Who needs enemies with friends like those? Right, Krobus, what have you actually got on a Tuesday? Let's have a look. Nothing that exciting. I mean, yeah, just nothing exciting at all, really, there. Okay, so let's go out into the lower part of the forest. Now, we've got a couple of hours before the end of the day. Well, strictly speaking, and then another couple of hours on top of that before it is time to do a snooze. However, I am going to see if I can catch that blasted glacier fish, because goodness gracious, it is annoying me something fierce, which I think is quite understandable and reasonable, because I would very much like to catch the damn thing, and it's tricky. As are all the legendary fish. I think the one I've genuinely found the hardest was the legend itself, which kind of no surprise there. But this one is being a lot more annoying than the mutant carp. That one was quite easy, I thought. We'll see how well this one goes. Of course, I've put on the hook the lure that in... I think it's one that increases the size of the bobber thing? No, or is it clings to it better or something? Oh, flipping it, there he is. No, come back here. No, please. Good grief, it's so nippy. It's absurd. I mean, I understand there is a level of challenge for it. It's one of the legendary fish. Doesn't change the fact that it's annoying as all Bagora trying to catch. But that's just how it rolls. Now, let's see what can we get with this one. Okay, so, a chub. We can live with that. It's a boring fish, but it's easy enough to get. And again, it's a little bit of extra money, because right now that's really what I need, is extra cash monies. Oh, we've got the legendary fish again. We've got him. Come on. Oh, goodness gracious. Come on. Please get caught. I'd very much like it if I could actually catch you. Please. Oh, okay. I'm expecting him to to dart off like a mad fish. Oh, yeah, there he goes. Oh, goodness gracious, this thing is being an absolute swine. Maybe I'll have to try the cork bobber. I think that might be it. Let's see if I can try that one out. Okay, let's see if this works. Because it'd be nice if I could catch the damn thing. Please. Well, I think increasing the size of the bobber is probably a sensible plan at this point. Now, of course, it's getting late, so I should probably head back to the house so that I don't end up passing out in the forest. That would be bad. Okay, so it's a reasonable size improvement. Now, come on. Please. Please get up. Come on. Ugh, right. Well, it's coming up to past midnight now, so I think it's probably prudent to head back to the farm and keel over for the night. However, I will be back for you, glacier fish. Just you watch. It's only 9 days into winter. There are still many more days for me to catch you. I will have you. And you will live in my fish tank with the other legendary fish. Because I said so. So, let's have a quick look. Ooh, goodness gracious. Yeah, no, there's not enough time. It's 1 o'clock. I'm running out of time. Come on. Of course, responsibly closing all the gates as I go. Robin is still working away. I still would stand by there. It'd be great to be able to marry Robin so that she can build all your stuff for you and not have to pay for it. That'd be amazing. Well, that looks like that's going to be the end of today's episode. So, please do catch us again on the next episode of The Walrus Plays. And please do like and subscribe.